All right, I'm just gonna get up and do this. This is about 3 weeks or more since the beginning of all this. And so we're gonna just abs because I feel like I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm getting more lazy. So I had a couple viewers suggest just get up and do it. So you guys are motivating me as much as hopefully I can motivate you. So we're gonna do some ab work, and I'm just gonna get on the floor. I'm not gonna use any music. I'm just gonna do it. We just gotta get to it, right? So get on the floor. Actually, let's go ahead and start with a little bit of warm up because we got to warm up that lower body, okay? So I'm going to do some side rotations. Just punch into the side. Okay, just reaching that arm. You want to extend out so that the rib cage and the torso get extended out. You want to let a slight bend or on the knees so that way you're kind of moving your torso, because if you move the hips too much, you're not gonna get that torso. We want the abdominals, and then reach up to get that stretch. Okay, we're gonna hold, press the palm toward the ceiling, and look up. You want to stretch out that side, bring that arm back, and back down. Bring it up. Hold, press like you want to reach the ceiling, and back down. This gives me a good chance to see if anything happened with that earthquake. Okay, other side. Up, stretch, slight lean back. You want to get too much of a lean back. You want to get a slight lean back, legs wide, hips stabilized. So reach, press, and back down. Okay, let's do slight rotation. So feet about shoulder width. Arms to the side, and just let the arms swing side to side. So inhaling, try to inhale into the abdominals. Try to get everything kind of centered. Okay, we're going to bring the legs out wide. We're going to lean forward, stretching the low back, okay? You want to stretch that low back. It's kind of a forward fold, but it's with the legs wider. If you can, bring your hands here. If you have any kind of device like, a ball, because I got this small ball. You can get these I saw them at the store yesterday. But they're inexpensive. But they're nice to have because you can use these kind of like a block like one of those blocks you have for yoga. You can also use that. Okay, so lean down, stretching the back of the legs, the low back, and then come up. Bring the feet in. Okay, you're gonna bring the feet out. So this just kind of reestablishes the body position. We're gonna do a side to side. So on this one, your feet are at about 11 and 2 in the clock face. And you lean and lean. Let's just get the hips loosened up a little bit. So the importance of warm up is to get everything ready for the impact of what you're going to do. So it also allows a little bit better movement, and it also prevents any injuries. So keep in mind that if you do have any injuries or back problems, if you feel any pain, especially any sharp pain, you need to stop. But really, as we always say, check with your doctor to start an exercise program. But the main thing is that if it hurts, don't. You're gonna you know the difference between a burn. So we want to feel it in the muscle tissue, not in the areas that are going to be suspect to injury. So let's get on the floor. Let's do another stretch here with the feet together, knees wide, pressing down, leaning forward. You want to get more of a bow instead of a rounding. So you want to bow forward. This will grab at the rectus spinae down to the very lower part where it attaches into the pelvis or into your sacrum. Okay, so lean down or bow down, head forward, inhaling, Bring it back up. Okay, let's go ahead and start. So let's start with a little bit of rollbacks. You know, if you have a ball, that's great. If you don't, you can get one at the store. They just have them, you know, where the kids play ball, you know, and you can just hold it between the knees. I'm going to show the version without the ball because I want to be able to accommodate everybody. So what we're going to do here is the knees are going to be together and we're going to go back. Okay? So what happens here is that the hips will come and just do a little lift and then the feet come down. Okay, so the modified, they call it modified, just meaning that it's a little less intense on the lower spine. And this is just coming down and then coming up. You can rest your head, you know, but if you feel, you know, confident enough or whatever, you can lift the shoulders up. You want the head to look toward the ceiling. A lot of people will watch what they're doing and their neck gets strained. So you want to look at that, all right? Look at the ceiling. So bringing the hips back, lowering down. So it's quickly back. You get a little lift with the hips and then back down. All right? So this is kind of like warming up for the abs as well. So we're doing a full body stretch. Make sure your shirt is long enough. Okay? Maybe I'll get a body hot enough I can go ahead and do with no shirt, right? All right, so let's go ahead and do a wide version. So this is with the legs wide. Okay, so you put your feet together, knees come down, lift up. So on this particular movement, what happens here is now the knees are going to be out toward the outside of your body and they're going to affect the sides of the stomach. Okay, because usually what will happen is if you're, wherever your joints are tracking, that's where the force is being taken. So if the knees are out, it'll track on the outside. So let's do like 10 to 15. I never count. I just do it till it starts to burn and then do some more. You could also put your hands next to your hips to kind of support them and feel that rotation. So down, up. Exhaling as you come back. And lower down. Knees together, hands out. Let's drop out. I like to stretch between a lot of these too, so that way I can maintain, you know, proper structure for the movement. Oh, there we go. Feels good. Okay, so we're going to increase the intensity a little bit. So on this one, we're going to slide the feet out and pull it back. Here you want the feet to be, you know, you want the heels to drag out no lower than the plane of the knee. You want to try to keep it up because what will happen is if those heels come down more, it's going to cause the back to rotate up. You don't want that. You don't want the pelvis to rotate. You want to keep solid and, you know, tight core. You want to keep your hips on the mat. And this focuses now on the abdominals and not in the back. So slide out, pull back. So there's a slight pause at that extension and then back. Okay, we're going to put it out and we're going to do 10 little lifts. 1, 2, 3. You can leave your head on the ground or you can lift it. That'll activate the upper portion. I've lost count now. Let's say it's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it down. Full body stretch. So both arms and legs out, reaching and stretching. Okay? All right. The next one we're going to do is elbows to knees. So you have your hands to your ears. You bring your elbow toward the knee. Keep in mind you can do more than one set. I'm just trying to show one set of different things. So, you know, you can pick one that works best for you and then just do 3 sets of 15 or so. So sliding out. So the elbow is pointing toward the knee first. Okay, and then we're going to point the elbow toward the ceiling as we extend, so it's opposite. So if the left leg comes up, the elbow points towards The right elbow points towards the ceiling and vice versa. So it's up, up. So you're getting this rotation of the upper torso as you're extending out the legs for the lower abdominals. All right, 3, 2, 1, good. It's a good chance to see where all the cobwebs are on your ceiling. Another home project. Okay, bring the legs back. So now we're going to do one. Let's go ahead and increase. We'll do some ball exercises. I'll probably do just one clip of just the ball exercises. I want to try to break it down into categories so that way when you go to look for something to do, you can go right to what you want. So a lot of people have the ball, a lot of people do not. There's also this roller, which is good for abdominals. And I can go through different tools, you know, so I want to try to do that so that way everybody gets an idea. If you have a dumbbell, you hold the dumbbell end to end like this. Okay, so we're going to put the feet up, and we're going to reach the feet, or the bell toward the feet, and then back down, up, and back. So there's a pullover maneuver here, reaching, so this extends all the fibers, and then we contract all the fibers. But you bring your feet only low enough, I think you can see, I'll try not to go out of the screen, but you bring it down to where you feel the contraction go into the lower portion of the abdominals. So it's a lift, pause, extend, come up, 5 more. Exhale at the top of the movement. 2 and 1. Okay. Bring it down. Inhale, exhale. Keep breathing. The next one is going to be bringing the bell up between and then legs together. So this is what this looks like, is legs open and then down. Open and then down. So much like the wide knee rollback is what I call it, where the knees are out. This will bring the force out to the outsides of the stomach. Let's go ahead and do 10 more. 10. Count down. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Very good. Full body stretch. All right, I'm going to come back to the center here. How's everybody doing? Hopefully good. All right, so you should feel the intensity increasing as we go through the movements. Start off a little bit, you know, just getting the movement activated, and then it gets a little more intense. All right, I need 2 dumbbells. I'll do more abs on different clips, but right now I'm just going to try to deal with what I have. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. So on this one, it's drawing the core in. You bring your body back. We're going to do a rotation. So now we're going to work the sides of the abdominals. So the feet are forward. Get a slight lean back. The positioning of this is like an hourglass. So you're holding the bell end to end. So you go from one side to the other side. To the other side like that. Okay? So we're going to do this. If you can raise your feet, that's awesome. And go side to side. If you need to anchor your heels, that's okay too. Okay, so it starts getting to your back. What you do is you lean forward a little more. You still get that rotation, but you don't want to aggravate that low back. You want to keep full stability. So draw that navel towards the spine, rotating. So you're bringing the elbow in and rotating it around your body. You don't want to reach out too far. You want to keep it tight. So rotate, rotate so it looks like an hourglass. So it brings that elbow around the body. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's do a stretch out. Okay, one side. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Let's go ahead and do a few more exercises for the abdominals. So, let's lay back down. Trying to conjure these up as I'm going. A lot of people have it really good produced. I'm just going with it, just trying to get something up. So, bear with me. All right, the next one we're gonna do is what you see a lot. This is a crisscross, okay? So the legs are out. Okay, we're gonna do a little kick first. Okay, so a little kick first. Okay, and then we're gonna crisscross. So we cross. Okay, so one heel comes over the other foot. Once again, see, I keep looking at the camera. So what you want to do on this is set up your camera. You'll just listen for my voice for the cue. So then we're going to come up, or position yourself where you don't have to move your neck so much. We're going to come up, I call it come on up the ladder. So bring your feet up and bring the feet down. So anybody with lower back issues, make sure your hands are next to your hips. Come up, go back down. You want to stabilize as much as possible. Bringing the shoulders up also will help you to anchor that spine. Okay, and then bring it down. Very good. All right, we're going to do a little bit of an angle on the roll back. So on this one, I'm going to position this way. We angle our knees to one side. We bring it up, and down. So we're just one side at a time. So the knees now will activate the fibers on the side. If you have a little more strength or a little bit more endurance, you can slide the feet out and bring them back up, but maintain that angle. Okay? Slide out, lift up. Okay? Do the other side. Let's take a rest. Okay, good enough rest. Let's go ahead and do the other side. So angle the legs, slide, bring it back. Okay, and then bring it down. Full body stretch. Good. This is a little different from the class I teach because we normally go through a lot of different movements that will affect the abdominals. All right? But then we switch it up with different exercises. So doing each abdominal in a row is, it's work. I can feel it. I'm going to angle this way a little bit. We're going to do some planks, okay? So this is also a core exercise. And then in one of the segments, I'll go ahead and use the physio ball for all the different exercises. But on this particular one, we're going to do a plank. So you can do it a couple different ways. With the elbows on the ground, bringing the hips toward the floor. Okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of different exercises here to activate the sides of the body. So the elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. We're going to keep the elbow hold. Sometimes the wrist will start to affect. So bring the hips to one side, other side. One side, other side. So we're moving the lower portion of the body now to affect the upper portion. So side to side. Now, if you have your own box, you can always play your own music to it. 2 and 1. Heels down. Go into Cobra. Let's do a few stretches for the abdominals. So that'll give you something to work on now. Child's pose. Come on up. Let's come up to stand. All right, we're going to do a few hip circles. Comments are always nice, so just subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be working on trying to get some, working with the ball, different devices, working with the band, so rotations. So I'll have a whole segment on different ab exercises, and then we'll do a segment on glute exercises. Try to have somebody to help me, get those out. So this is a little wider, the direction. Okay. Reach, side bend. Side bend. And thank you. Hope you got enough out of that. Hope to see you all soon.